Okay, first of all, thanks so much for coming in. We've got some questions that we'd like to ask you. So, could you please introduce yourselves and tell us what you performed today?
Okay.
Well, I'm Ignacio.
And I'm Teresa, and we are Utreia Duo. And today we perform 3 romances by Clara Schumann, Opus 22, and 2 Spanish pieces by Isaac Albéniz. Originally, the Clara Schumann pieces were composed for violin and piano, but there's so many arrangements for wind instruments, as we've seen. And I personally love this piece quite a lot because when she composed this piece back in 1853, she was constantly having this thought in her head of women cannot compose, which is quite ironic after hearing it, you know. And I think the piece is so delicate, the atmosphere she manages to create in each of them, so different and individual. And I think that's one of the reasons why we chose this piece.
Yes, absolutely. And with Albéniz, it's basically the same. They were written for piano, but there are a lot of arrangements for wind instruments, even brass instruments. And that's very nice because like, it shows the folk in Spain, how the people are, and I don't know, it's very funny to perform this, especially with Spanish pianists.
Yeah.
You know, we are in the mood.
We always try and bring some Spanish repertoire because it's nice, it's fun for us.
Yeah, definitely. Was your performance inspired by any performers? Or, I mean, what inspired your interpretation? Could be a broader question.
You want to go first?
Okay, yeah. For example, I inspired a lot in the Spanish pieces for like an English oboist. It sounds a bit, but there is an oboist called Sarah Roper, and she has recordings of Aragon and more Spanish pieces. So I found it like quite interesting, and yeah, I inspired.
For me, in the Spanish music, I've always been very influenced by Alicia de la Rocha. She was one of the greatest performers in Spain, for sure. And obviously she did all of the Albéniz works. And hearing her CDs and performances is just so exciting. It didn't matter how old she was very exciting. And I've always been very inspired by her whenever I play any kind of like Spanish music. So yeah.
Great. And what was your favorite part of your program? I mean, do you have a favorite moment in either of the pieces?
Yeah, personally, my favorite moment is in Aragon, the last piece.
I think it's our favorite in general.
Yeah.
And there are a couple, but especially there is a change of harmony. We are in F major, and then we change to A flat major, and we try to make a different color, and I don't know, it's very special.
And it's just so much fun because the piece, it keeps like mixing the kind of like rhythmic dance with the middle section, which is really influenced by the Spanish voice and singing. So having both kind of like very different characters is just so fun to play. So yeah, I would say it's our favorite for sure.
Great. It definitely came across. Thank you for bringing a bit of Spain to East London.
Thank you for having us.
Great. Brilliant. That's a wrap.
Whoa.